Well, hi everybody. I remembered to schedule it this time. Oh my goodness. Hi Linda. Hi Tamara. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. Thanks you guys for the messages on Thursday when I just as those things happen. Oh well, you think you're so together and you've got it all there and then you forget one little thing. Turns out to be a pretty major thing. Oh well. On we go. On we go. But how is everybody tonight? I am short on water. Have not drunk anywhere near enough. Got up this morning and Bob had started a fire in the fireplace because it was cold. Like cold. It was in the 20s. Frosty, very cold outside and everything. So he started a fire in the fireplace. It suddenly was not cold in our house, and it only took a couple hours before it was like an 80. And we were like, okay. So we went for a walk in the cold, took Aldo, and we came back, it was still. And he's been up there watching football, and I was like, not something I can do. So I came down here and was reading and working on some other stuff. And I should have done my art journaling today, but I didn't. But I'll show you what I've done so far. And yeah. So I probably needed to drink more water, but I just kind of chilled today. Had a chill day, which was nice. Okay, so anyway, you guys, long Sunday night story and art, yes, gorgeous. Thanks. It's sit outside with them every morning. Oh, the birds, yeah, Tamara, those are great. I'm excited to show everybody those. Healing in the calm behaviors for sure. Yeah. Oh, the Northern Lights. Yeah, there is the Northern Lights appear in one of the stories tonight. So I thought I'd pull all those together. That was kind of I didn't have to do that today because that was the same one that I had for Thursday and everything just got moved forward ahead. So it was, if you saw on the number, it was number 560.1. 560.1. Oh, well, anyway, but that's how it is tonight. So I hope everybody's doing well. We are getting ready to head out on Wednesday to go to Mesa. So Aldo's going to go to a doggy daycare, a Rover, on Tuesday, and then we'll pick him up on Saturday. So he'll have some fun with some buddies. And but we leave Wednesday morning and won't be back till Saturday. So this Thursday I won't be on because that is the night of Layla's concert. And we'll be in Mesa, and she is playing in the district orchestra concert, and she's playing viola. So we're heading down for that to see that. They're very excited to have us come down. So I'm thrilled. I'm just really thrilled to have that happen. I'll try to get some video of it, and if I do, I will show it to you next Sunday. You're at 36 at the moment Fahrenheit. I am at, what are we at right now? Temperature, weather. Long Branch. Come on, tell me. Oh, we're at 39. With the wind gusts. So there's been some north winds, though, coming in. So here it says we're at 39, dropping to 30. It's supposed to get to 29 tonight. So, but during the week. And then in Phoenix, when we're down there, it's not supposed to get above 60. So we'll be in fairly cool down there. Yeah. I know. I'm very excited to see her play. Very excited. I know she's nervous and excited about it, but she's such a great kid. Such a great kid. Anyway, speaking of greatness, we have some cool art to show you tonight, and we're going to start that off just now with some show and tell. Okay, so Tamara said, I've not done much in the way of art, just this one sketch of the clay wind chime that she made, which is this one. Yes, and it's so pretty. I love this. And the sketch, the shading, your whole use of pencil sketch is just gorgeous. It's really just it has the curves, that that top bell in the 3 down there, how it barely has any edge to it. And then the next one has just a little more. I think that is on that one side. It's just, you have the lighting just right. Everything about it is just, yeah, just so. And it's so beautiful. I really, really think it's pretty. Nice, nice. Yeah, it does have a beautiful Japanese feel to it, and that wind chime. So nice. Really, really well done. Then she says, I'll take that one down. I have, however, been getting to know and meet a new family of superb fairy wrens. And there is the family of superb fairy wrens. There is a mom, a dad, and twin boys, and 3 girls. So there's 7. My goodness. It took a few weeks for them to trust me, and now they come and sit right next to me and talk. These tiny creatures are 14 centimeters. Okay, I had to get my measuring thing out. 14 centimeters. It's 14 centimeters. 14 centimeters. That's so tiny. Oops, right there. From tip of the beak to the tail. The tail is about 8 centimeters long. Wow. It's been such a beautiful experience getting to know them up close. They're good listeners, and they look at me while we chat with each other. So there's those guys, and then some more of them. They're so pretty. I think I'm going to have to draw some of these. I think these would be fun to watercolor. And this one, that one. And then there's this baby. Look at her, the mom. I think this is the mom, you told me, right? In that. The female fairy. Fairy super wren. Superb wren. Super wren, I call it super wren. So pretty. I just love them. Yes, and those, and then this back to them, and then her there, and for all of those wonderful things. Yay. Thank you. So for me, for art this week, I'm still on my art journal, and I decorated the cover and stuff like that at Tarts. I don't know if I showed you this. And I had taken you through the pet day with Aldo, right? Yeah. And doing those and all that stuff. And then the 5th day was a place you visited. And so I did this pencil sketch, and this is my grandmother on her front porch, standing on her front steps, the lilac bush and her dogwood tree, although I think they were probably reversed. I can't remember. I thought the lilac bush was, I don't know, but this is how I drew it. Just remembering that she was always there. It was a place that I often visited as a child, would go, and a happy place memory. I thought that was kind of fun to do when it said a place you visited. So this was on whatever day this was that I was doing this. I can't remember. It must have been Monday. And then I also drew some of the lilacs. I was painting lilacs with paint pen. And then also did that. Just a sec. I'm going to sneeze. I did my childhood reading tree. And hi, Fatima. How are you? So my dad, we had, of course, we had orchard, and when trees didn't produce, you took them down and replanted. But this tree was just across the driveway. Like here, I sketched out where it was, my reading tree. So our house was right here. The big driveway came down kind of steep. Front driveway pulled in, and then there was this big driveway that went around big, and then down to the work cabins and down to the garage and the barn here. The house was here, and we had orchard all around and all around in front and around and all the way. So, but across from our big box elder tree across the driveway was my reading tree here. And it was not a tree. I think it was an old Rome beauty that did it, but it had this perfect bench for me to sit on. And then it had on that bench, it had another bit where the trees went out and I could stack books in, and I would sit in there and read for hours. And my dad never cut down that tree. He was always talking about it, but he never did. So I kept on writing and stocking. And then the other place I did a sketch of Studio G. So I'm trying to think, did I show you guys those other pages? I'm looking at my calendar. Hang on. Come on. Don't be when the calendar is. So, nope. January 19th. Oh, 20th. Okay, yeah, that would have been right. So maybe you didn't see on the 20th. So on the 20th, oh, this is the 20th play. Yeah, because you guys saw that, the Aldo stuff that I did. The goofy one of Aldo, the side eye look with Black Kitty on the other side of the page. Thank you, sneezing. So I did Studio G as a modern day place that I visit and stuff like that. That was fun. And then one of the last of the 7-day challenge was to draw in bed, which was very difficult for me to do. I was like, I'd rather read. So I drew in bed for just me sitting in bed. And then the rest of that day I was scratching around, and I started doing some Then I went out to the studio and I did some flowers. And then on day 8, which I kept going, I started doing flowers again. I don't know why. I'm hoping maybe the flowers will come out soon. And I did. And then I did a landscape kind of thing. Doesn't quite look like the way it's not the best heron or that we have. Like we have these herons up here but I was playing. And so that's what I've been doing. And then I went and got my glasses. So this art journal is really kind of fun to do. Yesterday there was a cold north wind blowing, and I drew more flowers. Just experimenting with different ways that they could look and being kind of whimsical with them. But art journal is kind of a fun thing to do. It gives me some time to scribble and to write and to do things, and that's nice. Now, before I go on, I wanted to show you guys this one other thing. I found this magazine called, and it's really kind of hard to find. It's kind of like In Her Studio. It's this company. Press pause. Embrace the art of doing nothing. Anyway, it's flowmagazine.com, and it is all about a magazine that takes its time celebrating a conscious, slow, and creative life. And it had notebook and stickers included and all kinds of things, and all different kinds of things to do in it. And pictures and illustrations. There's the magazine In Her Studio shows different people's studios, but like Know Your Pitfalls. That was a whole thing about this, and had different kind of artwork in it. And I thought it was kind of an inspiring thing. Had this page that it said, grow. What are you up to? These 3 creatives tell us, what are you up to? And it says, it has this on that, and then it has space for you to draw on it. Anyway, it was kind of cool because you go through this thing and there's some pages where there's stickers and different kind of things, but you get a whole sense of all different kinds of art and things to do and people who've done some stuff. And there's wonderful quotes along the way. And then in the back, there's this Paper Paradise notebook thing. And then it has, where did it go? Some pages at the very back. was it for you? Yeah, to do and exercises to do different kinds of art exercises. This one was dots. This is macarons. This one is for arches, color detective, and squares. And it has a whole lead up onto it and how you work with it and like meditation pages. I just wanted to share that. I thought it was kind of a cool magazine. And I don't have any other, I get these only come out like quarterly and they're not cheap. They're like $25 for a magazine. So it's one of those things that you keep. But they last and they have so much in them that it's just kind of fun. So art journals are fun, yeah. Hey, Creative Gray, the art of adulting with a complete punch-out card game based on famous designer. Oh, did it? Really? Oh, I love that magazine. I got 3 old issues from a friend, and I wish I could afford a real subscription. Creative Gray, it says, The Art of Adulting with... one of the issues had a complete punch-out card game based on famous designers. Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun. And then this one has this... This comes out... Oh, got stickers. Here, let me go back to where I was showing you. Paper Paradise. And just all different kinds of designs that they did on paper to make different kind of papers. And I just thought that was kind of cool. You could also probably have used this if Lala had this, she would cut it up and use it on all kinds of her cards and stuff that she does. But it was great for collaging. And anyway, this one and then the other one that I like so much is the magazine In Her Studio, which is my sisters and I share it. We get it whenever we can and then pass it between the 4 of us. It's great. Yeah, my journal I'm having a good time with it because I'm not being precious about it at all. Sometimes I just grab it and sit there and scribble. Like one day, one page, like this one. This page, I literally just started scribbling, doing things, and then I grabbed these polycolors and I had those and I was doing, and then I was trying to sketch Aldo, and I don't know where the north wind was blowing, and so I started to do polar bears, or I started to draw, and they came out like polar bears, and then I'm like, okay, well, but you're still trying to draw things, and then I had my gold class, and I'm doodling during that, and just because I'm just, I kind of need, in order to focus sometimes, I need to have another part of my brain occupied so that I can focus, or at least my hands occupied so I can pay attention to what we were doing in class and whatnot like that. So anyway, yeah. So tonight, the stories that I have for you guys tonight, is thank you, Tamara. So the stories I have tonight are Indigenous stories, but the first one I have for you is they're all by Indigenous authors and illustrators, and I just found them, and because first I'd found this first one, and it's called "Still This Love Goes On," and that is a song by Buffe Sainte-Marie, and that she's done. And this illustrator put the song in a picture book. And that's the one I'm going to start with first. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. This is the one. Still This Love Goes On. It has won the Best Illustrated Children's Book Awards from New York Times. The illustrator is Julie Flett. She's a Cree Metis author. illustrator, and artist who has received numerous awards for her books, including 2 Governor General Awards and an American Indian Youth Literature Award, and the TD Canadian Literatures Award. Her books have been selected for Best of the Year lists by dozens of media outlets, including the Washington Post, Publishers Weekly, the Hornbook School Library Journal, the Globe, and Mail, and Kirkus Review. And she did the illustrations for Birdsong, which I think I may have read to you guys. There we go. And this is published by Greystone Kids. Buffe Sainte-Marie says, "Dear readers and listeners, I wrote this song in a cabin in Alberta in the wintertime. For me, it was like taking photos with my heart of the things that I see on the reserve. The geese, the ice, the snow, and the people are all there. But I was also thinking about how it is in the other seasons when everything looks different. The one thing that stays the same is my love for it all, day after day and year after year, especially the people and our Cree ways, precious like the fragrance of sweetgrass. In Cree, Kishkahitin means I love you. I hope the words and music inspire you to think about the people and the places you love most in your life." On YouTube, you can find, I had it posted, her singing this song. And and Julie says she had the honor of working on the pictures for Buffy's beautiful song in Alberta in the winter too. While I was working on the book, I listened to Buffy singing the song at least once a day, if not more. My son and I would hum and sing the lyrics throughout the day, just like all the important songs and music that hold meaning to us. It's imprinted on us now for life. I'm excited to share the song and these pictures with you. I hope that you'll sing and hum along to this beautiful story. I'm not going to sing. No, Buffy once said that "Still This Love Goes On" is a happy song about missing the people who aren't with us. That resonated so deeply with me as I worked on the book, having just moved away from my home of 26 years. The lyrics represent a Cree worldwide worldview, one in which we don't really have a word for goodbye. Say, okay, I'm not going to try to read that, which means we shall see each other again. Indigenous languages are so beautiful when read correctly, but they're also very difficult to pronounce. So fortunately, I don't have to in this one. The illustrations, I think, in this were done I was trying to think. Were rendered in pastel and pencil and composed digitally. Okay, got that. Let me just do something real quick here. I'm going to get the sharpness up just a bit for you there. And, there we go. Sharpness on that one needs to be going up. There we go. Back to here. There we go. All right. Still, this love goes on. It's kind of crinkly on me. Hang on. I want to do something so that it doesn't crinkle like that on your picture. And I changed the settings on the picture so that I thought it would be clear, but it made it worse. There we go. There we go. Got it. Sat beside a beaver dam and watched the winter grow. Ice was hard with little tracks appearing in the snow. Fog in the valley now, and all the grasses have gone. Cross the moon I saw them go, and still this love goes on and on. Still this love goes on. Once I saw the summer flowers turn the fields to sun. Up and down the mountainside, I watched the summer run. Now the fields are muffled in white and snow is on the dawn. Morning comes on shivering wings, and still this love goes on and on. Still this love goes on. In every dream, I can smell the sweet grass burning, and in my heart, I can hear the drum and hear the singers soaring and see the jingle dancers. And still this love goes on and on. Still this love goes on. Fancy dancer come up north to see some friends of his. Fell in love in a powwow town, and you know how that is. Beaded girls and painted ponies turn your life around, and now you're singing Kiskahitan, ha ha, on and on. And on and on and on and on. And in every dream, I can smell the sweet grass burning, and in my heart, always hear the drum. And hear the singers soaring, and see the jingle dancers. And still, this love goes on and on. Still, this love goes on. Such a beautiful, it has the music in the back. Such a beautiful book. Buffe Sainte-Marie and Julie Flett. Still this love goes on. Yay. Yeah, that's one of them. Put that down. What'd you guys think of that? Lots of simple art, but it is beautiful. It is very simple art and very beautiful. Okay. Now the next book I have is called The Hawk Shadow, and it is by Jean Bordeaux-Wabus, and it's illustrated by Carleen Harvey. And this book and the next one I'm going to read are both by Jean Bordeaux-Wabus. Is First Nation Anishinaabe of the Ojibwe Bear Clan from Northern Ontario. Through her writing, she conveys the Indigenous life she sees with her family, friends, and community. She's the author of Morning on the Lake, Sky Sisters, Fire Dancers, and Where Only the Elders Go, and The Spirit Trackers. Funny, Fatima. And Carleen Harvey is a Tswikan and Silex illustrator who resides in Musqueam, Squamish, and Salwalth territory in Vancouver, British Columbia. They are illustrated. She also, I think she's also in Squamish. Yeah, she's in Squamish, but she's also up in I forgot the name of the other place just up in Canada. They are the illustrator of Every Child Matters, Maggie Lou, Firefox, and Kaya's Garden. In addition to illustrations, Carleen is an academic advisor for Indigenous arts students at the University of British Columbia and is very passionate about Indigenous youth empowerment. UBC is one of the colleges I almost went to. I had the University of Washington, UBC, and Simon Fraser were my three top choices that I wanted to go to if I hadn't, or I had also wanted to go to the school in Oslo, but that didn't pan out. So University of Washington was where it came out to be. So here is called the Hawk Shadow. And this is the one that inspired the hawk in the front, the illustration I'd done on Canva in AI had them create that, and then I added the hawk in it. And it is. This one is done in. Looking to see if it tells me. Rendered artwork in this book was rendered digitally. The Hawk Shadow. I look up and the sun holds my face in warm, tender hands. Good morning, sun, I whisper. A robin sings the morning song. The bush is my special place. It's quiet here. For the bees and the chickadees, the smell of sweet grass and clover sweep past my nose. I touch the beaded bracelet that my brother Big Ed made for me. It has all the colors of wildflowers. Wait up, I call ahead. Big Ed spins around, his brows pinched together, his arms flap like dragonfly wings. Be quiet, Serenity, he says, or you can't come. I don't know why your name is Serenity. You're so noisy. I cover my mouth to stop a giggle. I'll be quiet. I want to go with him, so I walk with silent steps. I wonder why his name is Big Ed. He isn't that big, but he thinks he is. Come on, keep up, he says. It's Big Ed's fishing path to the river. He carries his new store-bought fishing rod. I wanted to fish too, so Dad made me one out of spruce branch and moose sinew. It's not shiny like Big Ed's, and it makes my hands smell like sap, but I love it. Bark, bark! The call of a large raven overhead startles me. Ravens are tricksters and very wise. Bark, bark! I call back. Big Ed stops. He crosses his arms and scowls. Shh! You shouldn't come. You won't catch anything with that pole. He turns and walks fast up the path. I run to keep up and tug on his long braid down his back. Slow down! Just up ahead, I spot my favorite berries, chokeberries. They pucker your mouth and turn your tongue to rubber. I eat a handful and start to cough. I try to stop, but I can't. Big Ed runs down the path looking worried. He slaps my back. Serenity, are you okay? Chokeberries, I say. Want some? Big Ed looks mad but relieved at the same time. He thought I was choking. But I wasn't. Chokeberries, chokecherries can trick you. A gray fox scurries past and makes him smile. Keep up, don't dawdle. And Dad said stay on the path. Dad said don't walk faster than me, I remind him. How much farther to Hawk River? If you stop making noise, you'd hear the river song, he replies. Why is it called Hawk River? I ask in my quiet voice. Because the hawks are the keepers of the river. Gikek are protectors. They see things far off in the distance, things we can't, he replies in his teaching voice. What kind of things? I furrow my brow and squint. Ah, come on, let's go fishing. He waves his fishing rod, and it glints in the sunlight. He moves so fast his braid sways side to side like a horse's tail. I try to keep up, but stop to gather cedar from a cedar tree. I smell the sweet earthy green. I hear Big Ed say, "Don't take too much. It's our medicine tree, and it's a good sign that I'll catch a big fish." "I'll catch a big fish," I shout. "Don't think so," he replies, and rolls his eye. The color of wet rocks. "You're too noisy. You'll scare away all the fish." "The fish can't hear." I roll my dark pebble eyes. "Dad says everything can hear. The birds, the trees, the sun, even the fish," he says. "We're here," Big Ed yells out. He whistles a song running to the river's edge. I am quiet. The shiny black rock floor leads to the shadow-flowing waters. Tall spruce trees cast shadows. The familiar smells of moss and fish tickle my nose. I call over the river song. "I will catch something. Wait and see." Big Ed doesn't hear me. He's smiling, and he casts his line over and over. I do the same. I gaze at the wide turquoise sky and feel the warmth of Father's sun. The trees' shadows shift with time. It feels quiet, serene, like in serenity. I hear nothing but silence now. Not even the water song caresses my ears. Suddenly, a large black shadow appears. I look up. Gikak! A red-tailed hawk. The wings so large reach from one side of the river to the other. I too stretch out my arms like the hawk, fingers reaching. Around and around he circles. He screams down at me in piercing voice. Then the hawk flies upriver. I look around for Big Ed. He's gone. "Big Ed!" I yell. "Where are you?" He does not answer. The hawk shadow appears again, and the hawk screams down to me. Again he disappears up the river. This time I follow. I run up the riverbank as fast as I can. The rock floor is slippery. I'm scared, but the hawk is still above me. Then I see Big Ed. His boot is caught under a water rock, the river splashing on him. He clings to his fishing rod and is trying to hold onto the slippery rocks around him. His eyes are big and scared. We do not speak, but our eyes know. I try to reach him, but I can't. The hawk circles and swoops down right over my fishing pole. My fishing pole! I grab my spruce pole with both hands, hold tight, and stretch out. My short arms seem longer now, like Gikek's wings. Big Ed grabs hold, and I pull and pull with all my strength. He's out. Big Ed is free from the river's catch. We lay on the warm rock floor of Mother Earth, side by side, and Big Ed with only one boot. We smile at each other in silence. We say nothing. A big raven flies past. I think of the message from the red-tailed hawk, Gikek. Big Ed pulls sage from his wet pocket and places it on the rocks to offer thanks to the spirit guides who watch over us. I hold our cedar medicine in my hand. I break the quiet. "Look, Big Ed, you caught a big trout. You said you would, and you did." "But Serenity, you caught Big Ed." And our laughter echoes and flows over Hawk River. I love that one. Yeah, this is such a fun book. Now, so that was by Jan Bordeaux Wabus, illustrated by Carleen Harvey. And I thought it was, I love the way they illustrated the cute story between the brother and sister, you know, telling her to be quiet, her teasing her. I love that whole thing. I have one more by Jean Bordeaux Wabus, and this one is by illustrated by Brian Daines, and he's illustrated some other ones that we've seen, and I think you'll recognize his illustrations when we get in. I don't have his information up handy, but I do have it. I think you're going to like this one. The last one is called Sky Sisters. And it is on Libby. Yay. So you'll see it a little better. And yeah, it's going to work. Going to work just fine. I keep looking over here to the side because I have a little monitor that shows me what you guys see, and I want to make sure that it's in the right position, and it is. Sky Sisters. Written by Jan Bordeaux Wabus and illustrated by Brian Daines. This is the one where I got the idea for, in the opening with the Aurora Borealis. This is the Anishinaabe Ojibwe words in the story are Nishiemi, which means younger sister, and is pronounced Nishime. Nimisi, which means older sister, and is pronounced Nimise, Nishime, Nimise, and Nokomis for grandmother, Nokomis. It says that the artwork was rendered in oil on canvas. Very cool. Hurry and finish your chocolate, Alex, my big sister calls. She pulls on her blue parka and scoops her gloves off the floor. Come on, Slowpoke, or they'll be gone by the time we get there. I gulp the last drop of chocolate and wipe my mouth on my sleeve. Mother smiles. Dress warm, she says. Sister holds my new green parka. It's my favorite color. I slip my arms in and then lace up my boots. Allie, I'm not slow. See, I'm ready. Mother looks out the window. See, the sky spirits will come tonight, she says. Let's go, I shout and race to the door. Mother calls after me. Alex, remember to listen to Allie. Yes, Alex, I'm older. Allie grins. Not by much, I say. Mother raises a finger to her lips and quietly says, shh, remember the words of grandmother, our Nokomis. Wisdom comes on silent wings. She smiles and waves, then closes the door. The night air is cold and tickles my nose. I watch my breath form clouds that greet the open sky. My big sister and I stand beneath a million stars. Nothing stirs. The silence is all around us. Everything is frozen, except for me and my parka and my sister and hers. I think of our journey ahead and my heart beats faster. I'm filled with excitement and I wonder how quiet I can be. My sister, soft words break my thoughts. Keep warm, Nishimi. She calls me this to remind me that I am the little sister. She reaches over, flips up my hood, and tucks my pink scarf around my face, then snuggles behind her own warm scarf. We might have a long wait tonight, she says, as she creates a trail ahead of me through the blanket of snow. How long? I call out. She does not answer my question, but turns to me and says, Shh, Nishimi, whisper when you speak. She raises a purple gloved finger to her lips. Okay, Nemise. I form the words, but make no sound. Our boots leave big holes in the snow as we head in the direction of Coyote Hill. Sister leads the way. I follow her footprints. Her stride is bigger than mine, so it's not so easy to keep up. I remember the stories Mother told us about midnight on Coyote Hill. When she and Auntie were girls, Mother was the leader, Auntie was younger and had to follow like I do. I wonder if Auntie ever wanted to lead. I eat snow from my mitten as I trail behind. Up ahead, Nemise says is waving her arms for me to hurry. I'm coming, I blurt the words into the night. My voice flies through the air. Then I remember the words of our Nokomis. I can't see my sister's face, but I know she's frowning. We stop by a gathering of trees. I watch Nemise pluck a glistening icicle from a branch and put it to her mouth. I do the same. Quiet surrounds us, except for the sound of my sister sucking on her ice sword. You're noisy, I whisper. She sticks out her tongue and moves on. I ignore her and look up to see Grandmother Moon glimmering behind a thin cloud. The night is still, and the black shadows all around form strange shapes. I quicken my pace to keep up. The dark arms of the balsam trees are heavy with snow. They reach out to touch us as we walk on. Something stirs in the shadows beneath the branches. Nishime, don't move, says Nemise, speaks low. You'll scare it away. She stops and points at a fluffy white rabbit. But I see something bigger bounding toward us. It is moving quickly. I try to tell my sister, but the words will not come. I tug on her and point. What is it, she says, yet she does not look away from the rabbit. It is too late to warn her. The huge shape is right in front of us. My sister whirls around, gasps, and holds onto my arm. I suck in my breath and hold her arm. We stand motionless as we stare into the eyes of a deer. The deer looks at us and does not move away. With strong legs, she paws at the snow before us. She waits a moment, then turns and runs gracefully toward the river. We stare after the deer for a long time before Nemise whispers, "A white-tailed deer. Nothing to be afraid of. Sister, let go of my arm. Sister lets go of my arm." I know, I whisper too. I wasn't afraid. I let go of her arm and smile. She smiles back. We hold hands and run toward Coyote Hill. The closer we get, the more it looks like a big white bear. When we reach the hill, Nemise says, "It's steep. Let me pull you up." It is not that steep, but I like my big sister pulling me up. I pretend she's a team of huskies as she climbs higher with me in tow. Faster, faster, I try to call out gently, and I begin to giggle. Nemise stops and says, "It's your turn to pull me." "No, it's not. It's my turn to be the leader, though. Follow me," I shout, and I run past her as fast as I can to the top of the hill. "Nishime, whisper when you speak." Sister's words chase behind me. We can see our north country for miles from Coyote Hill. The wind is strong up here. Icy fingers pull at my warm green parka. A snow cloud hides Grandmother Moon, and delicate snowflakes begin to sprinkle down to us. My sister opens her arms and reaches for the sky, trying to gather as many flakes as she can. I too reach my arms to the sky to gather my share. She leans over and speaks. Her words are as soft and light as the sky spirits will come tonight. "When?" I ask, but there is no time for an answer. A howl breaks the silent night, then another. The cries are long and loud. I quiver and move closer to my sister. "What is it?" I speak so that I can barely hear my own words. Sister's eyes are wide with excitement. "It's a coyote. She bursts out. He's singing to us. Listen. The coyote sings his song once again and stops. He's waiting for an answer, says Nemise. She cups her hand around her mouth. I do the same. And together we howl back the coyote song. Low at first, then louder. The coyote answers. So do we. A few more calls, and then all is quiet. My sister and I look at each other and grin. Nemise's grin is as big as mine. The wind blows stronger now and whips my scarf in circles around my head. Sister's hair falls free from her hat and swirls about her face. Her purple scarf twists and turns behind her. She leans into the wind and stretches her arms out to me. We join hands. Around and around we spin. Faster and faster, our legs lift with the wind as we dance under the northern sky. Dizzy, we fall down on Mother Earth's winter quilt. We lie in silence beneath the endless miles of midnight. The wind has left. It is calm again. The only sound is our breathing. I want to ask, when will the sky spirits come? But I do not speak. I like the quiet. I see the Little Dipper and follow it with my mittened hand. Nemise traces the Big Dipper. Then she says, they'll be here soon. I wonder how she knows. And so we wait. Our faces turn to the stars. We begin to make snow angels. Our arms and legs wave at the sky. Up and down we move, watching, waiting. Time stands still on top of Coyote Hill. Suddenly, I hear my sister exclaim, "Look, they're here!" High above us are the sky spirits, dressed in my favorite green and Nemise's blue. We watch them sway and flicker in the four directions. Streamers of pink and purple swirl and flow across the sky. Twisting and turning, the sky spirits join together. Around and around they spin, faster and faster. Their shimmering parkas and scarves lift with the wind as they dance in the northern sky. They wave down to us and we wave back, over and over. I watch in silent wonder and think of the words of our Nokomis. Wisdom comes on silent wings. My sister's shout breaks my tranquil thoughts. Nishime, we're sky sisters. Her voice echoes in the night. Shh, I say. Remember, Nemise, whisper when you speak. And we laugh out loud as we lie beneath the northern lights, my sister and I. Look at that. Whoa. Yeah, it is a really beautifully visually beautiful book. The illustrations are lovely. Absolutely lovely. I love, and they were done in oil. That was really, that is a medium. That is a medium that I have not attempted since, I think, let's see. I probably did oil paint with paint by numbers when I was a kid. That's the last time I did oil paint. Or when I did oil paint when I painted model cars. You know, we would build model cars and paint them. But oil painting, something else. Just something else. Oh my goodness. I caught last night there was somebody had a new season of Landscape Artist of the Year on YouTube, which is a British series, and it wasn't the regular, because it's usually a Sky network thing, but somebody had done it, and so it was on, and it was fun to see. And there was one guy who was painting in oils, and his was just completely different. And they were painting outside on a really, really hot day, and the woman who was doing acrylics, everything was drying really fast. She was having a hard time with it. So anyway, but oil painting, yeah. You don't like oils? They have a tendency to stink. I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan. Hello. That don't use linseed oil. Yeah, there are water-based oils that there are some newer modern ones that tend to, but I'm still working on. I have enough acrylics and watercolors out there to last me a long time. A long time. I just need to go out there every day and paint and do stuff. But I also, it's priorities on what, working either on my photography or other kind of stuff. So, well, that was it for stories tonight. Fatima's here, and let's see, is Creative Gray still here? Yay! Creative Gray, what is your first name? I'm trying to remember if I know why. Linda, maybe Linda knows, or somebody in Scale. How peaceful, yeah. Anyway, so like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed those. I just thought those three, they were all three Northern First Nation Indigenous type stories, and I'd seen the one from Buffe Sainte-Marie. I picked it up at the library, and then I got Hawk Shadow, and then I had Sky Sisters out, and I thought, oh, that's a good one too. So I put them together, and I hope you enjoyed that. So just reminding, I won't be here on Thursday because I will be in Mesa to listen to Layla play at her concert. Yay! And but I will be back. We come back on Saturday, so I'll be back. Oh, I'm sorry, yawning. For Sunday's show, so we'll have more show and tell. Send some art in. We'll see how I'm doing on my. I'm gonna try to do in my art journal a little bit every day. Even sometimes it'll be art, sometimes it'll be journal, but I'm gonna try to get into that habit of doing that. There's an article in that Flow magazine about 66 days to change to set a habit, and that's just a little over a couple months, and that's reasonable. And I think if I do that, I can get some stuff done. But anyway, so you guys, I will be back on Sunday. I will hopefully have video of what Layla did, and you can see it. We'll see how that goes, and I'll share that with you and tell you all about it. We'll have some more stories, and we'll have some more art. But until then, I'm going to be signing off. If you didn't hit the like button, thank you. If you, I appreciate you so much doing that. I always forget to say that. That's why I have the little, in this little frame, there's a little picture frame over the side. And the next one I have, it has some of the little like and subscribe. That's about as much as I get to remember to do that. But anyway, you guys, thanks so much for being here. I do appreciate it. I hope that this filled your bucket some. It filled mine. I do appreciate so much being able to find these books and share them with you, and just see what get to share the rich culture and heritage and books and all that we have out there. So I'll see you back. I'll be back on Sunday with more story and art, and stories of Layla's songs and her playing the viola. But until next time, everybody, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you, but the first place you'll find it is when you go look in the mirror. I'll see you soon, bucket fillers. Oh, I don't have a background on there. What's that?
In the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights and sounds.
Hang on. There it is. I fixed it.
In the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights and sounds. Feeling alright, we won't go home, we will just stay here downtown. There's not just stars on the boulevard, they're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards, I just need you by my side.
Yeah, I do too. I will tell her hello.
We could be shameless, famous, running cool with a love that
You're welcome. Thank you. I'm glad you liked him.
drop dead gorgeous. Why